Um, and it looks like I was muted. So again, this is Sharonda, and this is my podcast, as well as my YouTube channel, Spiritual Sense. And so I've already today is December the 16th, it's a Thursday. I've already spread out my cards. I've already said my prayers, so we're going to briefly go into the reading for today, okay? So let me adjust. Okay. Now, so I have card one as being the Knight of Cups. That's what I'm doing the reading on. I have card two as the Page of Swords. This is what the barrier is in regards to this reading. Above card three, I have Eight of Wands. Card four, I have the King of Cups turned upside down. Card five, I have the Fool card. Card six, I have the King of Swords. Right now, I feel as though this reading is a spinoff of one of my previous readings that I just did a couple of days ago. I honestly feel like there is some type of battle or conflict that is occurring amongst somehow I'm focused on the police department today. Or it could be the sheriff department, the police department, some type of law enforcement department. I feel as though there's some type of battle that is occurring amongst the department, is what I feel. I feel like the root of the issue is the person that is above, because I have the root of the issue as the King of Cups, which would be the person that's above the situation. So I don't know if that is the chief or whoever the, higher ranking official will be in regards to that. But I do show that there seems to be a battle because I do have the Eight of Wands in my cards threes position. To the left, I have the Fool card. So it seems like it may be some type of deception that is going on, meaning there's some adversaries that's occurring amongst each department within the department, so to speak. To the right, I have the King of Swords again. So I feel as though I honestly feel like just in reading these cards, I haven't talked to anybody. I haven't conferred with anybody. I haven't spoken with anybody. But I feel as though they're going behind, behind certain lower ranking officers back and creating drama or chaos, like setting them up, so to speak, is what I feel. And I think a lot of them, because of that sense of insecurity, are taking measures into their own hands, and they're being set up like they're actually being misinformed and misled, and which leads them into overstepping their boundaries, and as a result, many of them are being set up, so to speak. I honestly feel that way. Card seven, I have Three of Cups. The attitude of Three of Cups, which when I get that reading is in relation to something that's like grandeur or like on a bigger scale sort of thing. And I think what is happening is they're doing this to the ones that are who has this prudent attitude or feeling to be right, and a lot of them are setting them up, is what I feel. Card eight, I have the Page of Pentacles. This is what is surrounding the signs. I think a lot of them are looking for signs, like a lot of them are afraid, literally are afraid. Like I feel like what is happening is the ones at the top are trying to keep them from associating or banding together, so to speak. So it's like, you don't need to speak to them, you need to come back to me, and speak to me, sort of speak. Hopes, fears, and dreams. So I have temperance, under the hopes, fears, and dreams card. Typically, when I get that draw, that card is in reference to perhaps tolerance. It could be in regards to substances sometimes, but that's what I have right now. It could be that they're not wanting them to venture off. Like they want to keep them on, and they don't want them to stray off into other leave. Essentially, is what it is. So I have the outcome, Six of Pentacles, as the outcome. I honestly feel as though there is something in the works right now for them in order to get them to remain, even with a lot of the chaos and the discontentment and the lack of trust that a lot of them may feel and have. I feel like they're doing things and putting things into place right now to where those individuals, in law enforcement as such, can kind of deviate from external images that can cause them to oversee things, see more into things than what it is right now. It's what I feel. Like, to keep them in some type of normalcy and not to come in like RoboCop, so to speak, because a lot of that stuff is sensationalized. A lot of the things that you see on the media is a play on the media. Okay. So I do have, it's like a grandiose type of thing. And deception comes in, meaning you can't take everything for face value because you don't know what the situations are at hand in a lot of these instances. Okay. So let me do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. So like right now, I feel like a lot of them feeling like a lot of them are some backstabbers. Like, you can't trust them. Like, I feel as though a lot of them are trying to ban some type of association, but I feel like the high-ranking top heads, if you made top guns, are trying to keep them to where they come to them instead of going amongst each other, so to speak, and kind of keep that division or divide going amongst them. Card 2, I have the Ace of Swords card, which is the barrier. It says frustrations, double-edged sword, hollow victory. So I think what it is they're trying to keep them from losing sight as to why they hired them in the first place. This is not a meeting ground. This is not a sociable event. This is not a good old boys club, so to speak. Card 3, I have peace of mind and contentment. So I think a lot of them came in with the idea that they could just lapse and lay up and just, this is what it is. I show card 4. The issue is this: work frustration, harder work needed to be done either at work or situations in life. So I feel like they're putting signs around to let them know this is not a just come in and get a paycheck type of deal. You have to do some work. It's more to just riding around doing, certain things, and with the book or whatever, it needs to be conveyed that there's more things in the community that y'all need to be inputting and integrated into doing. Is what it looks like from the cards what I'm reading today. So I have card 5, man over 25. Restless, outspoken, and ambitious. So I do feel like that restlessness, like it has that feelings of hypervigilante. Like it does not go as you think it does on the TV, but that energy does need to be put towards some things within the community that you can do that may not necessarily be, super cop or Top Gun, so to speak. And I think that's what it is now. It's like a lot of them are confused as to what it is they actually should be doing. And because of that confusion, it leads them to go off and do some things that are not within their what they're hired for as a police officer or whatever type of law enforcement official. Okay. So I have letter of news coming, victory news. So I do feel like there's going to be a message that's going to be put out, and it's going to be mass media wise, like a communication to where to get them all on the same team, because we all know you have to deal with the demon based on what demon presents to you. So it may be an overkill over on this side of town versus over here, it may not require that. However, there still need to be some type of common ground set. I show that the attitude, I have Queen of Swords, cold heart, demand, and authority. So right now, there's a need for initiative. I feel as though a lot of them came in with a hyper vigilante type, and I feel like I'm speaking to a younger, like a cadet, petty officer type of deal. They come in with this hyper vigilante, and because of their pride and ego been put in check, now they have lost the passion and the will for what the job entails because of confusion or a lack thereof, meaning a sense of unknowing. And I think what is happening is they're trying to get them engaged a little bit more into community-based things instead of writing a checkbook or writing a ticket every time something is wrong. Get them more engaged and on board to helping out within the community than always about fighting crime, because everybody that walks up and down the street are not criminal people. Somebody that needs to be studied and handled as if an animal. And when you begin to start watching programs on the TV screen, I mean, God does reach us through the TV screen and let us know about any particular thing, but that is the test. Everything is not what it appears to be. Card 8, we have the devil card. This is what you're surrounded by. So you have jealousy or trouble, able to break the chains that are binding you or holding you back. So what you begin to understand is when you go on and take on, when you have been deemed somebody of top quality or somebody that has been deemed to be, how can I put it? When you've been held at a certain authority, you're going to find that you're dealing with a lot of jealous spirits. A lot of spirits are going to come against you. They're going to have you on the microscope. If you do anything to the contrary, they're going to have something to say. That's across the board. This is something I want to relay to those in law enforcement as well as, criminal justice system. You find it in nursing, you're going to find that across the board. You're going to deal with jealousy, you're going to deal with strife, you're going to deal with criticism. And so that passion has been lost. Trust and believe me, I understand it and I know. Anytime you do anything, somebody going to have something to the contrary, and then that passion begins to favor or fall or falter is what I'm trying to get at. So trust me, I understand it totally. When you just say, okay, whatever, you know. So I feel as though right now they're trying to get it to where that unfavoring faith can be restored. Okay, so we have card 9. Card 9 is Knight of Swords, speedy situations or finish. So I feel like there's some things in the works to help out with a lot of these criminal justice persons, people that are in the law enforcement, to help assist y'all with things that you need to have done. This is not just for them. I feel like I'm speaking primarily to them, but I also feel as though this is across the board for people who are in positions of authority. It is understandable that is going to come with the job, the good as well as the bad. So the outcome I have is the outcome, 5 of Cups. It says money loss is all is not lost. If you look behind, you may have something to salvage. So even though it may look as though, you know, the pay doesn't compensate for what I have to do and deal with, trust and believe it. There's other things in the works that money does not buy or pay for, and it will be coming. It will come. You cannot let everybody know what they have for you because it's not intended for everybody to know that. That's none of their damn business. Simple as that. Okay. So somehow I felt compelled to do this reading today in regards to law enforcement as well as the justice system. I feel like this reading is for teachers, nurses as well, public servants, people that service the public. Okay, so not just for law enforcement or the justice system, it's also for many of people who service the communities, okay, across the country, you know, as such. Okay, so I am going to close out this Spiritual Sense podcast as well as YouTube webinar. And if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you're more than welcome to comment below. Please note inappropriate questions, comments, or suggestions. Until then, you have a safe and wonderful day. Good day.